It was going ever so well, and we were at 1 point 7 points clear of third place. That was until the boys decided to drop possibly the worst performance of the whole career mode.
As the Uruguayan curls one in. Oh, Middlesbrough take the lead!
What is up, guys? Matthew here, and welcome back to another episode of our FM24 career mode here with the mighty Boro. Today we've got two games in the Championship, which of course we had planned. It is at home to bottom of the league Wycombe, a ginormous banana skin, and then a crucial home game against our rivals Sunderland, who are in 4th position in the league. Since you last joined me, I believe we played Nottingham Forest and Luton Town, and forced a replay, which we did win on penalties. It was a poor performance. All in all, we nicked a penalty ourselves at the end of stoppage time, and then had a very, very good penalty shootout. In fairness, they missed every single penalty. Solbryn made some fantastic saves, and we did make it through in the end. And did beat Luton Town and have earned ourselves a chance at revenge as we head to the Emirates in the FA Cup at the end of the month. We then followed it up with this, which was honestly the worst performance I think I've ever seen from a side in my time as Boro boss. And the scoreline, we may have had a 5-1 last season against Watford, and maybe a couple of other high scoring defeats, but performance-wise, this one was the absolute worst. We were absolutely dominated by Bristol City. They should have had more. Every highlight was them just creating chance after chance after chance. In fairness, they were quite clinical. 4 goals from their 5 on target, but the number of shots they had, every highlight was us in possession, giving it away, and passes were going miles away from their intended target, and we were getting punished time and time again. And the ratings speak for themselves. I mean, Bryn had a 6.2, Manning a 6.1, Bangura and Martial 6.1s. I don't think I've ever seen a worse collection of match ratings in my life. It was a horrid performance, and we made sure they knew about it. And what that has done, just due to the high standards in the Championship, is the big gap that we had has quickly disintegrated, and Blackburn are the team that are right now within 2 points of us, within shooting distance essentially. Leicester have stretched their lead at the top to 7 points, as you can see. Blackburn, they do often lose the odd game here and there. They don't draw many games, which is quite realistic to be fair. But other than the odd loss to Bristol City and Nottingham Forest, Bristol City seemingly beating everyone at the moment. They're playing really well. But yeah, they're still winning comfortably. 3-1 Ipswich, 3-2 Cardiff, 5-2 Rotherham. They're in great form right now. And I think Sunderland themselves have steadied the ship somewhat after literally a defeat-filled January. They've got 4 points from their last 2 games. So we need to book our ideas up, and we need to get back on the horse, so to speak. We had lost the least number of games in the league at one point, not anymore, and it's important that we put this behind us, and especially beat Wycombe, because if we go to Sunderland, or we host Sunderland in need of a win, God knows it's going to be pressure on that game, and pressure we don't really need. We've also got some more bad news on the injury front, and it is our star man, the man who was on the brink of breaking the assist record in the Championship. Facundo Pellistri picked up an injury. A groin strain has had him out for 2 games, and he's probably going to be out for another handful. He's probably going to miss both games in this episode, which is quite frustrating. Our 2 centre-backs are needing a rest. Seny Dieng is still out, and Martial is going through a bit of a goal drought at the moment. I don't know if we'll be able to see his form over the last couple of games, but I don't know when he last scored, if I'm honest. He's dropped 6 clangers in a row now, and can we see when his last goal was? What's that? Key passes, chances created. Where's the important one? Goals. It's on the right hand side. It's in a big massive gap, Matthew. Yeah, he's not scored since the Bolton game, so he's gone literally 6 games without a goal. So a few things have gone against us. Form, injuries to key players. Not ideal, but let's try and get right back on it. And we couldn't really ask for an easier fixture to do so. We host Wycombe next, but of course, as we all know in Football Manager, it's never that easy, is it? So the team then to play Wycombe at home. Sol Bryn will continue in goal. We are using pretty much as much of the squad depth that is available to us as possible. So Nathan Ferguson comes in for Arroyo, who isn't fit. Rav Vandenberg comes in for Darrell Lenihan. Matt Clark, he's back in the fold to help us carry the load with centre-backs, whereas McKenna needs a rest as well. So we have got Rav and Matt Clark in the centre of defence. Lucas Engel comes in for Ryan Manning, again, who's not fit. O'Brien comes in for Tommy Doyle, not fit. Riley McGree and Hackney are going to start, despite them being under quite a heavy match load at the moment. And due to fitness and form, Lattilath is going to be given a chance over Isaiah Jones, who himself isn't 100% fit but can come on if needed. Bangura wanted a chance. He's got one with Palestri out. He's not made the most of it so far. Let's see if he can today. And the man who was wanting to leave, again, we couldn't sell him due to us not accepting offers, which we maybe should have, maybe been greedy. He's still here nevertheless. Marcus Force is going to start, and in fairness, despite all the issues, he got himself a goal against Luton after being out for quite a while in the cold. So he still comes on and gets goals. Marcus Force, you know, he does the job even though he's not particularly happy. I can't take that away from him. So that means we've got a pretty stacked bench. Dieng is on there. He won't be coming on, of course. Manning, McKenna, Dykesteel's on the bench today. Barlass at Tommy Doyle. Rogers is back up for the wingers with Isaiah Jones and Martial on the bench too. But this is, again, we have to be wary of. I know we had something similar last time when we played Wycombe. And thankfully that day we got the job done and we were professional. I'm going to once again use what's being offered by the assistant manager, which seems to work a treat. Hayden Hackney though, I'm sick of him. Every game he's complacent recently, and it's leaking into his performances. He's gotten very careless. He's lost the ball a bit. He's made a few errors. I'm giving him another chance today, but Hayden Hackney's place in this Boro side is hanging by a thread as well, I'd say, if he's not careful. But I can say Riley McGree finally dropped his issue that he had, of course, when he was kicking off about not being played enough, even though he was getting played. He's dropped that now, thankfully. But yeah, this is one of them games where we win it, worry over. We lose it, potential panic stations, because at home at the bottom of the league is a game you shouldn't be losing under any circumstance when you're fighting for automatic promotion. It is as simple as that, and it would be typical Boro if we did. But so far, Wycombe playing the ball around at the back, and through the thirds, he's offside. He's offside. I have no doubt about the fact that he is miles offside. What? He's not offside. Are you winding me up? What? How? Oh my God. How deep is Lucas Engel? Wow. We're 1-0 down to bottom of the league. I felt so sure he was offside, and then Engel had the worst defensive line I've ever seen. He was so much deeper than the rest of his defenders. And I'm getting a bit worried. I'm not going to lie. We cannot do with a wobble. Lattilath's in. Can he cross it? Can he square it to Marcus Force? Yes, he can. Marcus Force, as I say, he just does the job for us every single time. And I'm going to cancel that shout because it's going to upset them. Missed the replay there. But a wonderful goal played in behind to Lattilath, who then crossed it beautifully into Marcus Force. Two players, of course, who've been behind Martial, been behind Isaiah Jones. Absolutely delighted to see him get on the score sheet. And we had to, because Forest are winning in their game as well. They're only 4 points behind us as it stands, although Wycombe have a free kick here. McCarthy takes it, and well, I think that hit the post. I don't think Sol Bryn got a hand to it. So that was a really good opportunity for Wycombe. This is not going to be an easy game by any stretch. I'm going to give the boys some more encouragement. As barring that goal, we've not really done much else. And once again, it's Wickham in possession here. Lucas Engel does win the ball. Bangura now plays it into force. Is Lattilath going to make a run in behind? He checks his run and, well, just walks into a blue shirt. I don't know what he's doing there. But we've gave the ball away in a careless area. And I know how this ends. Mustafa, he's been allowed to run and run. Here's Young on the right-hand side now. It's a deep cross. Britain's got to get there. Oh, he's missed. Wow. How the hell is Mustafa? He literally had the definition of an open goal. And he's missed it. That is incredible. Miss of the season. Miss of the career mode. That's absolutely unbelievable that he's missed that. I mean, Bryn come out, completely cocked up his catch. And we've got away with murder there, it's safe to say. And I would love it if we could just get out. Oh my God, Hackney, give the ball away again. I'm going to have to pull him out the side, you know. I just cannot believe how disappointing he's been recently. Just carelessly giving the ball away. As I think Wickham are going to absolutely hoof this. Forwards, I don't know what this highlight's going to come to. Matt Clark wins his header. Hackney, slow to react. I mean, thankfully Bangura has intercepted that well, but Hayden Hackney is getting himself hooked off at half-time if he keeps performing like this. Here's Marcus Force in the box, and Marcus Force puts us 2-1 up. A brilliant finish by the Finn, and I just keep saying everything that seems to happen off-field with Marcus Force doesn't, for 1 second, come on to the on-field pitch. Bangura slots it through beautifully to Force. And it was a tight angle. Defenders covering, powers it into the near post. And all things considered, I'll take this every day of the week. We should be 2-1 down. We shouldn't be 2-1 up. And that's why I'm not getting too complacent. But what I am doing is taking Hayden Hackney off because he's been complacent for the whole game. And is really, really pushing his luck at the moment with his starting position. In fact, I'll bring Tommy Doyle on. But, yeah, he's going to have to be taken out of the team, I think, if I'm honest. So we'll make that change because a lot of the errors that we were making were coming through Hayden Hackney. Well, uncertain and unhappy. I went with the assistant manager's recommendation once again. That didn't work. So we're going to have to try and rescue the situation here by telling the boys to just keep going. And Lath's now confused. I mean, I guess he's the only one who's played exceptionally well. So when you're trying to send a message to 10 players, it maybe doesn't resonate with one. But yeah, I'm sure it will have worked on the majority, which is what we want. But still, a very narrow lead, and one I'm not exactly too comfortable with as it stands. Blackburn winning again. They're winning in the Lancashire Derby by 1-0 at Preston. And Sunderland are drawing 0-0 at the minute, which is a good result for us. 6 points clear of Forest at the minute. I'll take that. We are into the final 15 minutes here. It's been a quiet second half. Bangura again, not really doing himself any favours. I'm going to bring on Jones because Rodgers is nervous. Going to keep Force on. There's a chance of a hat-trick for him here, and I don't want to take that away from him. Engel's nervous as well, so we'll bring on Ryan Manning. And I'll swap Doyle for O'Brien, and we'll bring on Dan Barlasser. I'm just trying to take out a lot of the players who are a little bit nervous at the moment, a little bit apprehensive, might be at risk of making a mistake or two, and hoping the boys that we've put out there can get the job done. Corner comes in, it's headed up, it's not headed out though. Dan Barlasser plays it now back to Doyle, who's got time to cross. He plays it back to Matt Clark, plays it back to Doyle, back to Clark again, inside to Isaiah Jones. It's tight in the box, Jones turns! He's absolutely walloped the crossbar, inches away from sealing the victory. But the crossbar prevents us from sealing the deal and being comfortably. And, well, they're going more attacking, so we're going to have to drop it back to balance. I mean, we've absolutely dominated the second half. It's been a much better performance from us. But it could all be about to come crashing down here with a corner. The goalkeeper's up. He's had a strike. Oh, my God! Wickham's goalkeeper has volleyed one into the bottom corner. I have no words. I have no words. What are the goddamn chances of Wickham's goalkeeper volleying one into the bottom corner with the last kick of the game. I'm in shock. I cannot believe what I've just seen. What has just happened? I'm absolutely stumped. We've dropped 2 points to the bottom of the league, first of all, which is a bad result. I'm just going to say I'm disappointed. We should have won that match. What the hell has just happened? Wickham have nicked a point via their goalkeeper, and now Blackburn are level with us on goal difference and points. And the automatic promotion race has been blown wide open once again because we're dropping points. And now we've got to host Sunderland. And that's a big game now because suddenly they could close the gap to us within 3. And Blackburn quite easily could overtake us into second position. I mean, we dominated that second half. Absolutely dominated it. Last kick of the game. Goalkeeper scores. And if we don't get promoted by 2 points this season, I'm going to look back on that moment and just wonder. Oh, bloody hell. Right, let's just move on from whatever the hell has just happened. And I guess the best way to bounce back from this mini wobble, you could call it, is a win at home to our closest rivals in the league and geographically, and that is Sunderland. But let's not make any bones about it. This is a game I don't think we can afford to lose. So here's the team then at home to Sunderland, and it is worth noting we are the late game. Blackburn lost in the early game away to bottom of the league Bolton, so that is a shocking result that we have to take full advantage of. But this is the team who are hopefully going to do it. So we have got Sol Bryn in goal. I am going to stick Nathan Ferguson in for Anderson Arroyo though, because his morale's really low for some reason and I'm not quite sure why. But Scott McKenna and Darrell Linehan are back in after their rest. Ryan Manning also is back in at left back. We've got a midfield three of O'Brien, Riley McGree and Tommy Doyle. Hackney has been dropped. Isaiah Jones is back in on the right hand side, and because Bangura, who asked for his chance, has come in and not really done all that much, I'm going to give Morgan Rogers a chance. He's not 100% fit, so we might have to only give him the first half, but I think he deserves a chance. And I'm going to reward Marcus Force actually for the goal he got in the last game, and he's going to start over Anthony Martial. So yeah, this is the team we're going to go with. It's a little bit different, but this is a huge game. And yeah, I remember last season we got revenge on Sunderland in the most dramatic manner possible. We lost, like this season, we lost 3-0 at home to them. And it started a really poor run of games, didn't it? And we seem to always let the nerves get the better of us when we play Sunderland. And I have no idea why. But yeah, it gives us a boost, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's a big game. And then obviously when we come back and played Sunderland at home, we were leading 5-1 into the final 10 minutes, if you remember, and they scored 3 goals and made it 5-4, and we clung on. So I feel like out of all the teams we've played, our record against Sunderland is probably the worst. But what a time to amend that today. It would be awesome, but I do not want to go winless in 3. It's form we simply cannot afford at this stage of the season. And to be fair, they can't afford it either because they're clinging on to a playoff spot and have dropped off massively since January as well. So yeah, this is a big game for both teams, it's safe to say. But with our home advantage, and we know how passionate the fans feel about this fixture, I'm desperate to win this one. Absolutely desperate. But 11 minutes in, Sunderland are the team with possession. Pizarro is into midfield. Sirkin now plays it to Pizarro, playing the ball well in and around the halfway line. Here's Rigg. We need to keep the ball away from Jack Clark as much as humanly possible. Isaiah Jones doing well on the cover there. Plays it back to Solbrin, who then passes it out to Darrell Lenihan. He's got options. Tommy Doyle is one of them. Here is Morgan Rogers. He's gave the ball away to Ryan Manning. And now they come forward. This is a long old highlight. Bradley beats Rogers. Was I wrong? Should I have kept Bangura in the team? Chris Rigg, is he going to take a shot? He plays it to Jack Clark, and that's a ferocious effort. Don't know if it hit the post or if it was saved. But Sunderland with the first chance after that very long-winded highlight. Thankfully, it came to absolutely nothing. And Rogers has got a knock anyway. So we've brought him in. He's got a knock. He's going to have to go straight off. We'll bring on Bangura. I feel a bit more comfortable, to be honest. I was starting to second guess my decision to start Morgan Rogers. But even then, we're half an hour in. It's been a pretty dull Teeswear derby for both sides, but we're yet to register a shot. We get lucky there, keeping that in possession. McGree to Tommy Doyle. He's not really got an option. Plays it back to Ferguson. We're looking a little bit static at the moment. I feel like we're going to lose the ball at any minute. And there it is. Jones does win it back. It's tackled. It's just a bit scrappy, isn't it? It doesn't seem like either side can cling on the ball. It's a good ball there, though. In behind to Jones. That's got to be a penalty. And it is a penalty. Sirkin trips Jones. And now Marcus Force. We seem to be scoring penalties off screen, but missing them all on screen. And we've missed another one. When did you guys last see me score a penalty? Please tell me. Because I honestly feel like between both career modes, we must have missed 6, 7 penalties. Each of the last 6 or 7 penalties we've missed. It's doing my head in. What do we have to do to score a penalty, man? Oh, I don't know. But anyway, we're at the end of the half. And it's not been the best half of football for both sides, as you can see, barring their early Jack Clark opportunity. I dare say that was it. They've not done anything. We come into it relatively late on in the half, but I think both managers will be a little bit disappointed. And I'm just going to tell the boys to not lose faith. Keep doing what they're doing. I think Sunderland are there for the taking. I think both sides are, to be fair. It's a case of who can just go up that extra gear. I think whoever goes up a gear wins the game, if I'm honest. But second half, I'm hoping we're not going to suffer another late sucker blow. Oh God, Sunderland are in our half. Here's Bradley. It's well won back by Doyle. Oh, Van Persie's nicked it off of Bryn. Oh my God, that was horrible. What are we doing at the back? Please, someone tell me. And if they score from this, it's another one of them individual errors. Is Ferguson going to get there? Yes, he is. Now then, play him in. Jones. Oh, it turns backwards. Although we have played the ball around pretty quickly, but then it's cut out. They're going more attacking. They're going for it. Hopefully we might catch them going the other way. Manning crosses it in. It's headed up, but not out. McKenna to Riley McGree, who takes a touch away from goal, annoyingly. O'Brien to Doyle. Very narrow here. We do not want to lose the ball in this area. Doyle over the top. Ballard heads it out to Ferguson. Low cross into Force. Jones is there. And it's wide. Wide of the mark. They're going for it. This game is opening up. Force is on a 6. He's had an absolute stinker, hasn't he? Right, Martial. We can't have 2 strikers out of form, surely. Let's bring him on. And, I mean, they're all having a pretty bad game. Bryn's having a cracker, though. That's good to see. Let's have a look. Hackney's hesitant. I don't know what's up with him. I really don't know what's up with him. He just is not... His head's not in it. But Lath had a good game last time out, so we'll reward him by coming on. And I think I'm going to bring on Dan Barlasser. I'll bring him on for Doyle, who's not having a very good game at all. So triple substitution to try and turn the screw here. Who is willing to push the boat out that little bit further with the risk of possibly losing it? We've got a lot of nervous players out there, and Sunderland have the ball. 77 minutes. Pizarro's stepped into our final third and he's hoofed it over the bar, thankfully. Do I go attacking? Do I go to win this game? I feel like we need to win this game. Oh no, they've got a free kick. Neil whips it in. Lenihan heads it out. Can he get there first? Yes, he can. Is there a counter-attack on here? He's probably not the man who you want. I mean, we just stopped. We've just stopped and gone backwards. What's that all about? Although Martial's in. Anthony Martial! Yes! Anthony Martial puts it in the far corner. It didn't look like a good ball over the top, to be fair, but the Sunderland defence were in slow motion here as it was played over the top. Martial, he wasn't even in behind, but he beats the defence to the ball and he puts it beautifully into the bottom corner, and we are going to try and defend this lead with everything we have got. Lewis O'Brien is coming off. He's going to drop into the middle of a back five. Sunderland will want to cut inside. We need to try and block as many holes as possible. Rav Vandenberg will come on. Do not want to sit back, but they're attacking and they're going to come for us now. So we're going to have our fullbacks and we're going to have them defending. Yeah, I'm going to have Ryan Manning as a defender because their wingers are going to be coming. And I think we're going to probably put Dan Barlasser in a deeper role as well. I'll keep the three attackers up top. If frustrated by our feedback, we might have had to cancel one of our shouts. I think we'll go. Do I want to go fully defensive? I'll go cautious because I'm always just wary of sitting back that little bit too much, and we are going to time waste. This is a massive, massive period, and I just hope to God we can hang on. Unlike against Wickham, where we didn't. 3 minutes stoppage time. We're into it, and it's our ball. Just put it in the corner, lads. Oh, Ferguson's header hits the bar. Please be end of highlight. Oh, it's not. Of course it isn't. It is. It's all over. We've won the Teeswear Derby. What a massive, massive win. It's not going to be a game that's going to be on the end of season highlight reel, let me tell you. But we made a change when it was needed. Force had a hopeless game. And the guy we brought on scored the winner, Anthony Martial. And that's why we bought him. That's why the quality in them big games, them big moments, are what won us the game. And the back four had an absolutely wonderful game. Sol Bryn with a 7.8. I like that. Enjoy being out, but don't grow complacent. Force is anxious. I mean, I'm going to try and keep his head up. Is there anything I can say to make him feel better? I don't think there is. There's nothing I can say there. You weren't good enough. Well, that's motivated him at least. There was nothing else there that would have picked him up. Did Sunderland's poor form give you belief? Yeah, they've not been in good form really. A win over your rivals feels a little bit more satisfying. I'm delighted. I'm not going to pretend I'm not. And we open up a gap of 3 points, and that gap is bigger now than what it was at the start of the episode, which is awesome. Just if we'd have hung on to that Wickham game, we'd have been 2 points better off, and we'd have been 5 points clear. And it's getting to that point in the season now where we are getting very near to the end, and these wins, draws, defeats mean so much more. Solbryn's out for 7 days. We don't have a goalkeeper. We don't have a goalkeeper. Who the hell's going to play? I don't think Dieng's ready yet, is he? 2 to 5 weeks? Oh, Christ. Who the hell are we going to play in goal? Hemming's out. Hemming and Glover, they're out on loan. I don't think we can recall them. Crap. Oh dear, that's not good. 4 to 7 days. The next game, I'm sure, it's in 2 days. Oh God, I said 3 days. I mean, we might have to just risk Bryn and hope he's fit for the next game. Well, Martial's getting himself a goal bonus. He's at 20 goals this season, so he gets a nice juicy bonus of 53 grand. That can't be bad. Ends his goal drought as well. And every time I play Lenihan and McKenna, they instantly go back to needing a rest again. I mean, can I not give these guys a run in the team? Like, can I just not do that? They're not that. Lenihan's old, McKenna isn't. But anyway, guys, that's where we're going to leave it for today. As I say, we are in a good position now, back in a decent position. I think Leicester, they're comfortable now, aren't they? But we have to desperately try and fend off Blackburn, Forest and Stoke now, who have joined the party. The gap to Sunderland's 9 points now, which is massive. But we have got a couple of sides who are coming out of nowhere. Stoke City are one of them. Can they maintain this run of form? Not too sure. They beat Millwall 7-2. Jesus. But look at that. They've won 4 in a row. 4 clean sheets. Hoping that doesn't last for much longer. Forest, we always knew were going to come. Blackburn, we'll see. It's a case of, can we hold our nerve? And can we stay in the driving seat in at the final few fixtures? We will play Huddersfield and Millwall off screen. Of course, we'll come back for the Arsenal game because we're going to see if we can get revenge on last season's FA Cup defeat to them, and we'll host Ipswich in that very episode. And I think after that, we'll play Preston, Luton, Blackburn. Ooh, Blackburn. I don't know. We either do Preston and Luton off screen, come back for Blackburn and Watford, or if you guys want, we get more games under our belt and we come back for either Watford, Leicester, or Leicester Derby. And then we're pretty close to the season then, aren't we? Maybe we'll do Arsenal, Ipswich, Watford, Leicester, and then depending on where we're at the end of the season, Cardiff, West Brom, or Plymouth, Cardiff and West Brom. We'll see, but it's certainly getting to that squeaky bum time in the part of the season now, isn't it? But other than that, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, then do hit the like button and subscribe. Not far from the end of Season 2 now, and depending on what happens, we'll see if there'll be a Season 3. I'm hoping it ends in Premier League glory. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, if you want to check out and tune in to see if that is the case, then I'll be back tomorrow with another episode. And if you haven't subscribed yet to see that very episode, then please do so if you haven't already. Hit a like on the video because it really helps the video out, and comment below your thoughts and the games you want to see in the lead up to the end of the season. But until next time, a big thank you for watching. Do take care, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.